Well, hello, dudes and dudettes. It's yours truly again, Miss Cat Rio, the girl with 9 lives. And this right here is the latest video from my vlog, y'all. So, you might be wondering what it is that I'm wearing, right? Well, for those of you that don't know, allow me to give you Women's Attire 101. So, this is a corset. This was made popular many years ago, back in the 1800s. It was so popular and so widely used. Some women, to achieve the standard of beauty that they were looking for, some of them would even have their ribs actually crack in the process of wearing these corsets, which are very sturdy, and they're designed to give you a hourglass shape. So the reason why I wear it is because obviously I was born a biological male, and I developed as a biological male. So as a transsexual woman, since I want to pass. So I can't speak for all trans people, but I know that probably all of them that are truly transsexual, they want to pass as much as possible. I mean, that's the goal. We didn't come all this way to half-ass it, and we didn't come all this way to still kind of look like a dude or still kind of look like a chick, whatever your case may be. So in order to do certain things to pass, you have to take certain measures. Myself, I've taken the measure of getting this corset and trying to reshape my body into more that of a female shape, because obviously I was born a male and I was raised a male, so I developed as a male. Now, if you were to have seen what I look like prior to my transition, you would be shocked at the progress that I made on just hormones and cosmetic stuff alone. I haven't even ventured into the world of surgeries though, but I do plan on doing so. As soon as I get the money together, I want to have some facial feminization surgeries and also a breast augmentation. As you probably already know, trans women, because we're biologically male, we have a chest plate. So our breasts, when they develop, if they develop, they are pushed sideways. So in other words, in essence, we have sideways titties. So breast augmentation will center them, and then I'll put implants to make them larger, because they're not really going to grow a really considerable size, or at least to the size that I want them to be naturally, or by taking my synthetic hormones or whatever it may be. Now, why am I bringing all this up? Well, it's because my image and my appearance has been the source of tremendous stress in my life. I can only imagine that a lot of trans people feel the same or have felt the same at some point in their transition. I have two things that work against me. One, I have gender dysphoria, and then I have body dysmorphia. So oftentimes people don't know what the difference is, and that's okay. I didn't either until I got diagnosed with it. I thought that one thing kind of like umbrellaed all of my issues, but that wasn't the case. You see, my gender dysphoria creates issues that I have with the gender that I was born as. So being that I was born male, however, I feel like I'm a female, and I have always been drawn to things that are female, and I get tremendous anxiety when I think that I have to live my life out as a male. It brings me a lot of sorrow, a lot of heartache, a lot of grief, a lot of self-loathing. My body dysmorphia is something different and aside from that, because not all transsexual people have body dysmorphia. I would imagine that they all have gender dysphoria, but as for body dysmorphia, that's not the case. So what is body dysmorphia? Well, body dysmorphia is when you view your body differently than how the world sees it. So people may look at me and say, "Oh, Kat, you're very pretty," or "Oh, Kat, you're very beautiful," whatever, or "You look very female." But in my mind, all I see is a dude. In my mind, I still see the old me, and not the woman that I'm presenting myself as. Also, I have a lot of concern over how people perceive me, and my image and my look is the source of tremendous stress for me. I feel like I'm a prisoner in my own mind and body, because there are times where I look in the mirror and I'm satisfied with what I see. But then let's say later on, somebody will take a snapshot of me and show me, or I'll see myself on a video that somebody else filmed, and I will be completely horrified with what I see. What I see in the mirror and what I see in reality are not the same thing. And that is very distressful, because I feel like I don't know which one is real. And I feel like I'm constantly thinking negatively about myself. I feel like I don't get a break in worrying about if I look womanly enough or if I'm pretty enough. The body dysmorphia relates to my standard of female beauty. So my gender dysphoria gives me issues with being born male, but my body dysmorphia gives me issues when I don't meet the standard of beauty that I think women should meet. So therefore, I'm constantly in the struggle of hating myself, of trying to love myself, of trying to accept myself, but then rejecting myself at the same time. This has been such a tug of war in my head that it is all consuming. And a lot of you may have trouble understanding where I'm coming from with this. You may be thinking, why is it so dire about how you look? I don't know why. I really don't. All I know is that that's what afflicts me. That's what I suffer with. I suffer with a tremendous amount of insecurity, of not feeling good enough, not feeling attractive enough, and therefore not expecting good treatment from people and not feeling deserving of love or deserving of a good relationship. In fact, a lot of the drama and issues that I've invited into my life via the negative people that have been in my life has been a direct result as to my self-esteem and how I view myself. It's all connected. So you can't dismiss what somebody goes through when they have body dysmorphia or gender dysphoria as nothing. It is all debilitating. It can be all consuming. Some people may hide it better than others, and some people may not have the same intensity as other people, but it's still a very real disorder. And due to these disorders, it makes my life almost impossible to live normally. So one of the reasons why I come on here on this platform to talk about my different diagnoses and my most personal and intimate problems and my disorders is because I want to bring awareness to things that I go through and that other people go through, that tens of thousands of people, if not millions of people, go through. It's something we never talk about. People don't want to discuss these things because they think it's not a real thing, or they think that it's gibberish, or they think that it's silliness, but it's not. Everybody's reality is valid to them. Just because you don't deem something as important or dire doesn't mean that it's not that way for somebody else. You can't invalidate people's experience just because you don't know what it's like to go through it. So I'm learning that if I'm able to talk about these things, it's not only healing for myself, but it helps other people. By reading the comments, I know for a fact that what I talk about resonates with certain people. Of course, not everybody's going to like what I say. In fact, a lot of people hate what I say. But it's my platform, and I'm going to say it anyway. Get this, I'm not PC at all. I don't believe in this sensitivity thing where you have to walk in eggshells around everybody and not say anything that you're feeling or thinking because you're in danger of offending somebody. Trying not to go on a tangent here, so I'm going to pull back and stick with the topic at hand. So the way that I deal with my body dysmorphia and my gender dysphoria are two different ways. My body dysmorphia, that's the hardest, because despite how I feel in my transition, I still never feel like I measure up, or that I'm good enough, or that I'm pretty enough, or attractive enough. I always feel like I lack in things, And so I have to depend on the fact that eventually my mind is going to shift in another direction, and the obsession over what I look like will dissipate for at least a little while. And each day that does happen, life gets busy, life gets to living, and therefore I forget that I'm obsessing over my looks. As for my gender dysphoria, that's a constant companion for me. I constantly feel dysphoric because I haven't been able to achieve the appearance that I want. I feel dysphoric because I still have body parts on me that I'm not happy with and I would like to change or alter. I feel dysphoric when I put myself in comparison to other people that are going through something similar or that represent the image of what I'm trying to present. These are things that are constantly rocking my world, man, and not in a good way. So how do I deal with it? The best way that I know how. I have this constant hypervigilance on how I look, and I'm always making sure that my makeup is on point, and I'm always trying to make sure that my hair is on point. And some people find this as an unattractive quality, and I can understand that because I think I would find it the same way probably, to see somebody all consumed in their appearance. It must be distasteful and sad. So I get it. I get why people are the way they are with me when they see how I am with myself. But there's nothing I can do about it right now other than go to therapy, get medicated, and hope for the best. This is something that I'm going to live with for the rest of my life. There's no pill to take it away. It's just something that I have to learn to control, unless it controls me. And right now, it controls me. But that's why I'm seeking the therapist and I'm seeking the psychiatric care that I need. I'm also trying to practice self-acceptance for the way that I am. And some days are better than others. Some days I'm all accepting of myself, but more often than not, that's not the case. So I'm learning to be patient with myself and learning to be loving to myself. I'm not going to punish myself for something that is beyond my control. And if it is under my control, then I don't have the tools or the know-how to control it yet. But I'm trying to figure it out. I hope this can answer and clear up some of the confusion between the gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia. If any of you suffer with the same ailments or something similar, please leave your comments on the comment section so that other people can read your point of view and we can all get an idea of what it's like in your shoes. So I just want to thank everybody for listening to my video, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you get something out of this, or you think that this video should be sent to somebody that might be able to relate or that it resonates with, then please do so. I think that the more people know that it's not your fault and it's okay and there is help, the better life will be for all of us. All right, that's all. Bye, guys.